Well, good morning, everybody. Pile in. Come on. Hopefully, notifications are set. Woo, we already had one big notification. Kat purchased 10 Crime Lines and Lies memberships. Woo! Let's get our umbrellas. Happy hump day to all of you. Look at that Stephanie Murray sneaking in. Liv is in the house. When does Liv start school? When's back to school for everybody? I know some people started last week. Some places start after Labor Day. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. OJ doesn't go to school. I just saw on the news this morning a bunch of people around here were starting, and I was like, wow, that was a fast summer. That was fast. Well, let's take a second and remind everyone that it's Wednesday. Wear pink, think about pink, have a pink attitude, whatever you want to do. But on Wednesdays, we wear pink.
It's adorable. So fetch. What is fetch? Oh, it's like slang from England. So if you're from Africa, why are you white? Oh my God, Karen, you can't just ask people why they're white. Could you give us some privacy for like 1 second? Yeah, sure. Okay, you should just know that we don't do this a lot, so this is like a really huge deal. We want to invite you to have lunch with us every day for the rest of the week. Oh, it's okay. Coolness. So we'll see you tomorrow. On Wednesdays, we wear pink. Oh my God.
Woo! Woo! Kat drives pink, pink sheets. You bet. And of course, we got to say hi to Mike. He helps us celebrate every week that we're halfway to the weekend.
Oh, guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's hump day.
Woohoo! Halfway to the weekend. Anyone got weekend plans? Mine's going to be the same old, same old. I'm telling you. Food, cleaning, pool, food, pool, more food. That's about it. That's about it. Hey, Mirror Camp, I missed you, girlfriend. Hey, if anybody missed the members show yesterday, OMG, it was a hoot. Oh, we were laughing. The prize, well, I'm not going to give it away. It was a lot of fun. So if you're a new member, go check it out. We have a playlist that's members only. It was great. It was hilarious. Well, let's take a second and tell everybody good morning. All right, Jack and Lily, it's been a couple of weeks since I've done a show about them, but now there is new info. Who all has read the article? I think it's from Globe and Mail. Hold on. Globe and Mail. Yes. It's a Canadian publication from what I'm understanding. Who all has read it? Because it was a jaw dropper. These children... Well, look at the title of the show, Living in Danger. Yes, they were. Oh, yes, they were. The condition of that trailer, sick. I'm not talking about a toilet that has to have, you have to jiggle the handle, or a faucet that needs replaced. I'm not talking about stuff like that. I'm talking about you can fall through the floor. There is a tarp to keep the elements out. It is bad, bad. And if anybody wants to catch up on the case, of course, we're going to be talking about it today, but we have a whole playlist. Oh, yes, we do. So I have kind of a new timeline here after reading comments on the internet and the article. Seems that there was some money problems, some big money problems. I can imagine. I can just imagine. I don't believe old Daniel and Malaya were getting a first of the month check. Seems that neither of them did the responsible thing by filing their taxes. So they had been bumming a lot of money off of Malaya's grandma Patty. So they went to her house on the 29th, supposedly to do laundry. It was said that Janie heard them arguing when they got back, wasn't there. On the 1st, a neighbor who turned this in back in May, okay, this didn't just come out. He'd already reported it to the police, he or she, heard what they said a 5-speed, leaving and coming back several times. I believe that 5-speed was an ATV, okay? And the amount of trips kind of makes sense to me right now. I also think these ATVs belong to Earl. Earl is Daniel's father, okay? So after the 29th, we have the weirdness with the ATV that a neighbor heard. And that day, he had to go meet a friend that he works with. Now, it's presumed that he was supposed to be at work on Friday. So why do you have to make a special trip on the 1st to meet the friend? Well, it seems that the friend had something that they wanted. Okie doke. Pictures are floating around of obvious bruises on the children. I'm not saying that Daniel or Malaya gave them the bruises, but it's making more sense why they didn't go to school on Thursday or Friday. They already have CPS up their ass sideways. They weren't about to let them see those kids bruised, cut up, whatever. Now, the question is, did Janie really hear them that morning? That's the big question. So what should have been payday obviously wasn't payday, or they wouldn't have been asking Grandma Patty for money. So they've been arguing over money, signs of abuse, which explains why they kept them out of school. Then we have the question, where is Malaya's family? Where is Malaya? I asked that question, and by the way, there are some amazing groups out there, amazing groups that are following Jack and Lily. There is a page right here. It's the Find Lily and Jack Sullivan. I can't remember what the post was, but I asked, has anyone spoken to their mother? To me, their mother has, or damn sure should have, a lot of information. Find Lily and Jack Sullivan said, we have not. However, other people may have. However, we have reached out for permission to use a few photographs prior. We hope to hear back. Well, that shouldn't be a hard message to answer. Come on, your children are missing, Malaya. You've given one half-ass interview. You have family. I can't believe the grandparents on her side aren't speaking out. How about Grandma Patty? That had to have known there was a problem. And no, I'm not blaming old Grandma Patty. I'm not. I feel bad for Grandma Patty. She's Malaya's grandmother. She shouldn't be supplementing their income. And I'm telling you, had Malaya called Belinda, Patty, her own mother, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be here right now. But there was something that her and Daniel do together she wasn't going to give up. That's what we're talking about. All right, so this is the latest from the RCMP. This is from CTV News.
Outside the Sullivan home in Lansdowne Station, a single orange ribbon flutters. Behind it, a poster with the faces of Lily and Jack, smiling. It's been 2.5 months since the two young children disappeared. They were last seen in May and were believed to have wandered into the woods behind their home.
I don't know enough about the woods. I don't know enough about it. But for those that do, I know we've heard things about Hurricane Fiona. It's impassable. It's this, it's this. It's just, it is a terrain that it would be difficult for an adult to maneuver. So for two little kids, impossible. I don't think that they still think they wandered off, because there is a huge reward. And they are still doing forensics, last I heard, on the blanket found in the damn tree. Blanket in the tree. Come on. I think that their spidey senses are definitely up. There's a lot of red flags here.
Tremendous amount of careful, deliberate investigative work is underway by people here at home and in other parts of Canada.
Despite extensive searches on foot, by helicopter, with dogs and drones, crews found nothing. No footprints, no clothing, no trace of where the children may have gone.
I don't understand why Janie is saying that they took an imprint of a footprint in her driveway, but law enforcement will not confirm her saying that. They won't confirm that they took any sort of footprint off her property, because she said this is the only footprint. They're saying no footprints, no nothing. No nothing. Nothing.
Right now, there are more than 800 tasks associated to this investigation.
The investigation has grown into one of the largest in Nova Scotia RCMP history, with over 600 tips from across Canada and beyond, and 5,000 video files currently under review.
That's a lot to go through. That's a lot to go through. When you all think of a red flag for this case, put it in chat, because there's a lot of red flags to catch and to remember in this case.
Surveillance cameras, trail cams, doorbell cameras. We did a further request for information in a news release to the public a little bit later in May.
Rumors have been swirling ever since the kids went missing. And with so little information being shared, it's only added fuel to the fire, leading many to believe them.
Try not to follow the rumors, but they're getting more grounding, the rumors, because of the fact that the RCMP have found nothing.
And while they say the investigation...
Oh, yeah. No answers, no reported evidence is certainly going to have your mind get away from you.
...is moving forward under the Missing Persons Act, many in the community feel like they're standing still.
Most people will say to me that the best hope is if somebody did take those little... I mean, if those kids were in the woods, I think most people in Victor County now are thinking they would have found something. They would have found a shred of clothes. They would have found a...
100%. 100%. When children get lost in the woods, they are found one way or another. A dog is going to get a sniff. They're going to find part of a t-shirt. Going to find part of a pull-up. God knows I won't say diaper again. You know what I mean. There is one theory that with all this arguing and the rug use, it could have been one child was abused and possibly passed away, and then the other child would have been a witness. So they had to do something about that. It's a theory. I'm not saying this is the truth. It's a theory that some people have. And of course, Meadow, who's a baby, wouldn't see anything, hear anything, or be able to tell the police anything?
Anything.
So far, 60 people have been interviewed. Some have undergone polygraph testing, and one item found during the search is now undergoing forensic analysis,
including a pink blanket that officers seized on Lansdowne Road, and submitting judicial authorizations to seize and examine materials and devices that may provide information useful to the investigation.
Back at the Sullivan home, the orange ribbon remains, slightly faded by sun and time, but still holding on. Hafsa RFC TV News, Lansdowne Station.
Exactly, Trees. No talk at breakfast that morning. Just them all sleeping. Maybe because they were up all night. Okay, so on one hand, we have Malaya called him out absent, but she didn't see the kids. Then Daniel said he's the first one to see him because Malaya was asleep and Lily opened the door, and that's when he said he saw her in a pink t-shirt. It doesn't make any sense. And then this, at 11:30 a.m., Malaya texted Belinda stating, "I never thought they'd run off on me like that. I'm so distraught." Okay, so the message was sent an hour and a half after Malaya called 911 at 10, which, by the way, is a very even number. When the RCMP had only recently arrived at the scene, Malaya sent another text to Belinda, and God bless Belinda. Both her and her son were alienated from these grandbabies. Both of them. And now she's caught up in the middle of everything. Obviously, because she's the grandma. But she wants an in-depth investigation. An in-depth investigation. I mean, they rock and rolled her son and they cleared him. I haven't heard anything about Daniel and Malaya. And I have serious doubts that Janie really heard them that morning. I get they're not on the property. I believe Janie when she said they have searched this property. I believe her when she says she's tired of the accusations and the rumors. I believe her. Hey, I believe her 100%. So the question is, why all the rigmarole overnight? Okay, 3 p.m., Malaya sent another text to Belinda stating, many are suspecting that they were picked up by somebody because there's no trace of them. Who was suspecting that? Because right off the bat, law enforcement said they weren't abducted. Canadianus said, in my opinion, everyone that knew Lily and Jack failed them. Woohoo! All right, I'm going to slowly read this article. Life for Lily and Jack inside the cluttered trailer was chaotic. There were holes in the floor of the front stoop, tarps to protect the underside of the trailer from the elements, and so much racket from the lively children that their step-grandmother soon retreated to a camper in the driveway. We saw that. Start marking it now. When you see a red flag, put it in chat. Also, if you don't mind, take time to hit the like. Thank you, babies. Their stepfather, Daniel, with pale eyes and ropey arms, worked at the local hardware mill. Their mother, Michaela, a member of, I can't pronounce that, stayed home with their baby Meadow. Well, he went to work once a week. And so there's no excuse for all this. That's all I'm going to say. It's horrific. Inside the mobile home, a large wood stove filled up most of the living room. The kids' artwork was pasted to the kitchen wall next to the sliding patio door that led to a yard where they spent hours playing next to the chicken coop. Lily chattered away with her dolls and stuffed animals. Jack turned over rocks and pieces of wood in search of bugs and worms. Outside the fenced backyard and up over a steep embankment, the children sometimes played in a small fort. Most days, Jack and Lily hopped on the bus to attend Salt Springs Elementary, roughly 20 minutes away. Jack, smaller than his peers, was strapped in at the front of the bus next to his sister. Okay? The morning the children were reported missing, the big yellow school bus rolled past the mobile home without stopping for a second day in a row. Jack and Lily were usually standing by the side of the road waiting to be picked up. But earlier that morning of May 2nd, their mother had marked them absent from school about 6:15 a.m. Both parents have said it was because Lily had a cough. Do we really think that they both needed to stay home for a cough? I don't know. I don't know their parenting, just what I've heard. They said they heard the children playing in the next room while they dozed in the bedroom with their toddler. Daniel has said he saw Lily pop in and out a few times. At about 9:40, the couple says they awoke and realized the kids were gone. Okay, so if he's the first to see the children that morning at around 9:40 a.m., Malaya had to have been out of bed at some time that morning to check on them and mark them absent at 6:15 a.m. So Daniel says they were outside playing, but we weren't aware of it at the time. And the next thing we knew, it was quiet. We get up and I tell my partner, Daniel, do you hear the kids? He said no. Instantly, we're looking outside. We are looking everywhere, yelling for them. Jack and Lily's mysterious disappearance has baffled the country. More than 3 months after they were reported missing, after one of the largest searches in Nova Scotia's history and an intensive police investigation, police still have not confirmed the circumstance of how the young siblings went missing. Well, I think at this point, everybody has their own ideas. Their own ideas. That morning, Jack's blue dinosaur boots were gone, so were Lily's pink boots and her white backpack with strawberries. Only clue left behind, according to the parents, was one child-sized boot print in the dirt driveway a few meters from the home. Malaya called 911 at 10. Daniel said he jumped in her white SUV and left to check nearby dirt roads, culverts, and streams. Soon, an army of search and rescue volunteers arrived wearing orange hunting vests. They found out conducting a grid search in the swamp and thick woods around the home. Drones and a helicopter scoured overhead, police dogs on leashes with a handler set above the yard. Police combed every inch of the property. They rummaged through the mobile home, which I could imagine that, reached inside a hamster cage. Woohoo! Tore apart a brush pile, unzipped the suitcase lying in the middle of the yard. They opened the top of the dryer at the end of the driveway and peered in the chicken hut. They searched the camper where Daniel's mom, Janie McKenzie, lives. Okay, so again, she messages Belinda. I lost my place. Okay, dadgummit. All right, so that morning, I keep losing my place. Give me a second. Back on that damn hamster cage. Boy, that really got me going. All right, so that morning, Malaya messaged the children's paternal grandmother, Belinda. She said, I never thought they would run off like that. I'm so distraught. So we've already been through that. Then she floats it to her that they're suspecting they were picked up by somebody. Does anybody still float that theory that that could be possible? Somebody Malaya knows and had that person pick the children up to keep them safe from Daniel or whatever. By now, they would have found them. That'd be kind of tough, don't you think? Meanwhile, Daniel was tearing through the woods on foot, wading in the streams, telling people he was moving faster than the police helicopters, telling people he was moving. That day, carloads of family members pulled up to help search. Emergency responders dispatched a canine unit to the site where they seized Lily's pink blanket, torn and wound around the lower branches of a spruce. It was about 1 kilometer from the mobile home. I guess they're confirming that is for sure Lily's blanket. Because so many people, you know how people get all sideways and they're like, that's not even Lily's blanket. They don't even need that. It's irrelevant. It has nothing to do with it. Well, they're saying it does. Police began pounding on doors into the early hours of the morning. They came to the door of Daniel's father, Earl Martell, a retired tire plant worker who lives atop a hill in a bungalow he built himself 40 years ago. So they went through all of Earl's stuff. Earl guided police into the yard to old campers and a log-filled cabin with junk. Okay, before I get to that, let's get to that. It's a lot, my friends. Okay, this is from our friend, Evil Exists.
Have now gone by with no sign of Lily and Jack Sullivan. There are countless red flags in this case, from the mother not speaking out, to the reports of Jack having black eyes on multiple occasions. The condition of the yard, and the fact that CPS was involved with the family before the kids went missing. We also know that school officials spoke out anonymously saying that the kids didn't have warm clothes.
Kids didn't have warm clothes, condition of the yard, condition of the house. We've got some unhealthy hobbies. We know that the police searched. I don't think there's any cover up or whatever people say, because when it seems like when a case isn't solved real quick, it always comes down to two things. People get real frustrated that police aren't working to satisfy their curiosity. They're not working fast enough. And it always is 2 C's: cover up and corruption. Cover up and corruption. Well, too many people know these babies are missing.
It's also troubling, and the more that comes out in this case, the more I don't believe for a second that Jack and Lily walked into the woods and vanished. Thanks to the article by the Globe and Mail, we learned so many new details about the case that we never knew before. We heard about a neighbor reporting a car coming and going from the residence in the early morning hours, and also how police searched Earl Martell's isolated property, located on a hill. Talking about Earl Martell, I came across a troubling video of Daniel Martell's father having an outburst. He was ranting and raving at a YouTube.
Hang on. Lean on Me said, why do I feel like Daniel's car is a 5-speed that has been disabled manually and told it doesn't work? That's a good theory. My theory is the ATV. Personally, I don't know the difference in the sound of an engine, if it's manual, automatic. I know the difference between a sound of a diesel, a motorcycle, an ATV. So to me, if it's a car, nobody would tell the difference.
Who was in the area searching for the children. This is a very sensitive situation, and tensions are high, so I don't know if we should read too much into this encounter. However, it is worth sharing since police did go up there to search his property. We don't know if Earl spent any time with the children. As far as I know, only Daniel's 2 biological children went up to his hill to visit him.
Yeah, Earl seems like a real nice guy. We have no verification that Earl has even had anything to do with Jack and Lily on any level besides their disappearance. And I'm not going to read too much into Earl getting pissed about somebody snooping around his property, because I have a feeling everybody here would be like, yeah, you need to go. You don't need to be here.
We saw some of their toys in his very cluttered house. Earl Martell never spoke out about Jack and Lily, so we don't know if he had any visits with them or any relationship with his step-grandchildren.
What are you doing?
Woo, he's mad. He's mad. Now, I don't know where Joseph Morris got this, so I don't know the original person that posted it. Maybe one of you do. I will say this right now. I don't have a lot of trust in Joseph Morris, okay? For for years. He has fabricated. He has made a lot of stuff up. Kylie Rodney, Gabby Petito, Gannon, I believe. So I don't forget that you even see him. Forget that. But he wasn't the one there. So I'm just going to listen to the guy talking to Earl.
Put your camera down, bud. Be a man. Be a man.
Tell me, what can help you?
Are you the one that stole them kids?
Me?
What are you doing here?
Are you?
What are you doing here?
Are you?
Are you in here?
Are you?
What are you doing here?
Are you?
You're a idiot. Another one of them.
Another one of them YouTubers. Makes me wonder how many people has gone to visit Earl. Another one of those YouTubers.
YouTubers, are you?
Is there anything wrong that parking my car in here?
You're not parking. You.
It's like, you're not parking here. He's done. He's done with that bullshit. You're not parking here.
Being an idiot.
You're being an idiot. Be a man. You're being an idiot.
For what?
You can YouTube all you want. You low-life little.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
You can smile because you got a camera there.
Calm
You're
down.
taking my picture. I don't have to calm down.
Who heard you?
You're the one that.
Who heard you?
You.
Who heard you?
You.
Keep quiet. Keep quiet, man.
Somebody either is from a different country or might have a little bit of a speech impediment, because I'm having a little issue understanding what the guy with the camera is saying.
You're the one that.
Who heard you?
You.
Who heard you?
You.
Keep quiet. Keep quiet, man.
Hate you, YouTubers.
I'm not YouTuber.
Then what are you doing here?
I'm here looking for shit. What are you doing? Bullshit.
Listen to that. Who hurt you? Who hurt you? Keep quiet. Keep quiet. What the hell?
Pictures of me then.
Because you took a picture of me first.
I live here.
So what? I can't come here to help? What the wrong with you, man?
What's wrong with you?
Walk away, little.
Woo! Heated. Keep crying. Keep crying. Keep crying. Woo! 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 There's a lot going on. There is a lot going on here. And they are PO'd. He's not having it. All right, something else I'm going to look at with you guys. This is from Hidden in the Fog. If you want to subscribe, please do. Because she's got this, which she thinks is a clue. Hold on. Betty said that guy from somewhere else, isn't that Tint? That's what I was wondering, because I was going to go through part of what Tint put out from when he talked to Grandma's boyfriend.
This is Darren Gettys. Those following the case.
Damn Darren Gettys. Well, he's the Jody Sue of Canada. He put himself right in the smack dab middle of this, isn't he? Right there. The kids are picked up. They're on the reservation. All that stuff.
Case of the missing siblings from Nova Scotia may well recognize him and may be familiar with the audios scattered around YouTube and TikTok platforms, the phone calls recorded, the interviews. He is a cousin to Malaya Brooks Murray's mother, Brooks Murray being the mother of the two missing children. Gettys is known for his bold statements claiming he knows the children are alive and safe. Never until now has he even hinted at who may have them or who transported them. Yourself, like me, and the dozens who failed a live stream on this channel, Hidden in the Fog recently, have heard this clip many times. But not until now had what Gettys actually said been heard.
Goodness. You know, I think we all know here on this channel, because, well, we follow true crime. So we've been to the circus, you know. We've seen all the tricks. We know pretty much how the ending's going to be. We don't want it to be that way. And we know that if you have information, the best thing to do with it is trust it with the police, not with the internet. Hey, I have no problem hearing it because, of course, we're curious about the case. But it makes a mess for law enforcement. It really does. And this guy right here, I'm sure he's a nice enough guy, but he's a messy mess.
Or picked up on. What was meant to be a straightforward account of events suddenly takes a turn, revealing a slip. A single word that could unravel the entire narrative. As hundreds listen, the details of Darren's story hang in the balance, and the truth lies hidden within the shadows of his words. Truly, maybe the fog is beginning to clear.
Now, no offense to this channel, this hidden in the fog. I think people are putting a little too much stock in this dude. Just a little too much.
I know that Malaya took the kids to the side of the road, and I know she transferred the kids into a vehicle, and this was early in the morning, and I know the vehicle.
So what he's saying is, Daniel's still asleep. Malaya took the kids, put them into a vehicle, and then came back in and called the school to mark them absent, then went back to bed. Okay. Well, then how did Daniel see Lily? How did Janie supposedly hear the kids outside playing? And I have a feeling that old Durwood STFU'd when the police sat him down and said, dude, cut your shit. This isn't true. Because he's radio silent now. But hey, he got his 15 minutes.
Took the kids out of there. The two kids. Malaya's intention then, Daniel was asleep, and I believe Malaya's intention then was to go in and get the baby, take the baby, and then take off too. Malaya wanted out of there. Wanted out of there for at least a few weeks before the disappearance. She made a mistake doing it that way, but you've got to know Malaya. Mild-mannered person. There's no aggression in Malaya. I know that Malaya took the kids to the side of the road, and I know she transferred the kids into a vehicle. I know that Malaya took the kids to the side.
If there is 1 ounce of truth to this, she would not have told him, and the police wouldn't have called his dumb ass in and said, just to let you know, I don't care what she told you, but this is not true. We have investigated this.
Side of the road, and I know she transferred.
This is like, okay. Like I said, he's like the Jody Sue of Canada. Jody Sue, Tony Mathis, Lana Westbrook. You know what I'm talking about. Gotta have the inside deets. Gotta have the info. Gotta be the one to talk and get attention. Even if it makes a total ass out of them. They'll do it every time.
The kids into a vehicle.
He transferred.
This was early in the morning.
For those familiar with Gettys' accounts, he's very careful in identifying even a he or a she. And he clearly has stated that this was a he.
Well, spill it. Spill it, Jody Sue Mathis. Spill it. You know all this, but you didn't happen to get the information of who picked the kid up? The kids? I'm sorry, the children? Come on. It doesn't make any sense.
There's even a pause as though he realizes his error. But then he carries on, trying seamlessly to ensure that, or hope maybe, that it went unnoticed. And it did, in fact, until now. Whether or not you believe what Gettys says, or how much, validity you give to his words, his account. What is of interest here is that there's clearly someone he has in mind that he is talking about.
Well, spill it, dum-dum. You had to make an ass out of yourself. You had to make a big shitstorm. Spill it. So what did you say to the police? Who did you hear it from? I have a feeling no one. Absolutely no one. Thank you, no. What a cool YouTube name. Said YouTubians. Plus Meteor Manager. Plus Doug and Bob McKenzie. One thing after another, girlfriend. Ilyanka said, laughing my ass off, Brooks, need a shovel rake for the new pool. Yeah, the hell going on there? You know, and Janie needs to maybe think a little bit. She's filling potholes, putting up a pool, building chicken coops, all of that stuff. Yet Daniel has dick all to do. Mom of the Year has dick all to do. Plus their other son. I don't know what the boyfriend does. Her baby daddy, Earl, and she's acting like she's the pioneer woman. Woo! Woo! Okay, let's get into more about Earl. Okay. Deception detective, I agree with him on some things I don't. This is his channel. Well, this isn't, but the one on the screen. I do not agree with his, let me see, his interpretation of the John Benet Ramsey case. I do not agree with his interpretation of the McCann case. I do dig what he's saying here. I think that he might want to, since he's so into research and deception, before, instead of using the original content, he might have wanted to have checked out Joseph Morris. But it is what it is. Who in here is getting Crime Lines and Lies memberships? Lean on Me and Twister. Let's tell Ange and Pat thank you and get our umbrellas. Okay, Trees read my mind. Tree said we don't even look at pools till beginning of June due to the weather. Even gardens and flowers, it's all sus. What's the point in putting up a pool if you could get more snow? How are they doing? Well, I know what Kimberly Mann's doing. She's making it rain. All right, I can't get enough of Earl. Woo! Woo! I got to find out who Tint is, because I'm going to say they're like the Jonathan Lee Riches of Canada.
It's
Me?
what are you doing here?
Are you?
What are you doing here?
Are you?
You're a idiot. Another one of them YouTubers, are you?
Is there anything wrong that parking my car in here?
You're not parking, you.
Hey, Earl. This guy you don't even know just said, is it all right if I park my car here? He wants to look around your property for the kids.
An idiot.
For what?
You can YouTube all you want. You low-life little You can smile because you got a camera there.
Calm
You're
down.
taking my picture. I don't have to calm down.
Calm down. Calm down. Look at Earl. He's not having it. Boy, we know where Daniel came from. And no, I don't mean the temperament. They look just alike. Yeah. Yeah.
Keep quiet. Keep quiet, man.
Hate you, YouTubers.
Oh, he said, keep quiet. Keep quiet, man. He goes, I hate you, YouTubers. I hate you, YouTubers.
It's reportedly a step-grandpa of missing Nova Scotian tots, Lily and Jack Sullivan, and we're finally starting to learn about him and their bizarre home life thanks to the Globe and Mail. So in today's video, let's break down their bombshell report and count the red flags. I'm Deception Detective, an attorney trained in statement analysis. This channel exposes lies and manipulation, so if that's your thing, hit subscribe. For exclusive videos, early access to new videos, and other cool perks, consider becoming a channel member.
I love that shit. Be quiet, man. Be quiet, man. I don't need the bears hearing your dumb ass.
Link in description. Like it or not, one of the biggest risk factors to child abuse and neglect is unrelated adult males in the house. So
I can't agree with that more. Okay? I can't agree with that more. When there is sudden onset abuse on a child and mama's got a new side piece, you don't have to be Columbo to figure out who is possibly responsible. That and you kick in a very unhealthy habit and money problems, well, it's just all stacking up. Punk Banjo said, don't be loud on your own property. Yeah, damn it, Earl. Who are you? Who are you to tell people what to do on your property? Damn, didn't even invite him in for a Molson Ice or anything.
But before we break down all the new things the Globe and Mail's investigation turned up about Lily and Jack's bizarre home life, I just want to play you the rest of that clip I was playing in the intro so you can form your own opinion about Earl Martell, if that's actually him in the video. I can't say for sure because I couldn't.
Let's do the dating game, shall we? Because I can only think of a couple of women that would look at Earl's cabin that he built with his own two sexy hands 40 years ago. Candace Harrer comes to mind. She'd fit right in. Candace Wells. Oh, yeah. She'd love that shit. Kayla Montgomery. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, they'd love it. This pic looks like a tornado. You know what? I have seen pictures on the news after a tornado that looked more put together than this picture. Sarah said Jody Sue. Yeah. Wait, Jody Sue's getting a lot of circulation today. Lisa K. Ruitz, because she probably thinks these people are just perfect. She probably thinks there is absolutely nothing wrong with this family.
Find the original video anywhere. So here it is, courtesy of fellow YouTuber Joseph Morse.
And I don't know if you guys remember this clip from earlier, but this is Earl actually getting really angry at a influencer who was visiting the home.
Yeah, you sure can. What are you doing? Put your camera down, bud. Be a man. Be a man.
Tell me, what can I help you?
Are you the one that stole them kids?
Me?
Are you the one that stole them kids? He said, me? Well, he obviously knows why he's there. He's not just there to make friends with Earl or invite him to Thursday's poker game. He obviously knows why he's there. Well, he's pointing right at you, and the guy goes, me? You know, it's a good thing Earl walked away. I don't know how the castle law works in Canada. I don't know how the stand your ground law works or the make my day law, if there is such a thing in Nova Scotia. I can just say there's some areas around here, if you pulled that, you get your ass beat to a pulp.
What are you doing here?
Are you?
What are you doing here?
Are you?
Are you in here?
Are you?
What are you doing here?
Are you?
Who the hell does Joseph Morris think he is? Look at his eyes looking to the side like he's so serious. Dude, you're not news daddy. You're not news daddy. Quit trying to act important.
You're a idiot. Another one of them YouTubers, are you?
Is there anything wrong that parking my car in here?
You're not parking, you're being an idiot.
For what?
You can YouTube all you want. You low-life little
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
You can smile because you got a camera there.
Calm
You're
down.
taking my picture.
Calm
I don't
down.
have to calm down.
Who heard you?
You're the one that...
Who heard you?
You.
Who heard you?
You.
Keep crying.
I thought he said, who hurt you? He said, who heard you? So I wonder what happened before this clip.
Keep crying, man.
Hate you YouTubers.
I'm not YouTuber.
Then what are you doing here?
I'm here looking for it. What are you doing?
Why
Oh,
you take pictures of me then?
because you took a picture of me first.
I live here.
So what? I can't come here to help? What the wrong with you, man?
What's wrong with you?
Walk away, little.
That's the full clip. Make of it what you will. Personally, I wouldn't interpret it too much. For example, it's a stressful situation, and I wouldn't want either of them watching my kids. But I do just want to point out too.
He goes, I don't want either of them watching my kids. All right, ignore this part. Because on his deception deck thing, and I don't care who buys what, how people spend their money, John Ramsey has been more than cleared of John Benet's murder. Okay? More than cleared. So his name does not need to be on a card about deflection or deception. But anyway.
Small things. First, that he referred to Lily and Jack as those kids, which is distancing language. It doesn't necessarily mean he did anything nefarious to them. I'm just pointing it out. And of course, he could have been doing it on purpose because he didn't want to seem related to the case, because he didn't want to invite that YouTuber to ask any more questions. Which brings me to my second point. When he said, did you take those kids? He said it facetiously. In other words, he wasn't actually curious about whether or not that YouTuber actually kidnapped his step-grandchildren, which could mean he already knew that the kids weren't kidnapped at all. But given how confrontational the interaction was, I think he was just simply saying that as a way to put the YouTuber on the defensive, which is reasonable whether Earl has guilty knowledge or not. Anyway, all that is peanuts compared to what the Globe and Mail dug up on everyone. The article itself is...
This article reads like a damn Charles Dickens book. It took me about 4 times to read it, to wrap my mind around it, because it's like they're painting a scene. It's not what we're used to from magazines or the news. It's like a Reader's Digest, where they're trying to give you like all of, well, they're trying to paint a picture of their world. And it's damn disturbing. Like I said, the name of the show today is Living in Danger. That's not even a leap. That's not a far reach because, well, they've been missing for almost 4 months.
Behind a paywall, so I'm not going to rip it off. I'm just going to play parts of it that are relevant to my analysis, and I'm going to be using Natural Reader AI to read it out for us. All right, let's listen.
Deep in the middle of Nova Scotia, far from its quaint coastal towns, sits Lansdowne, a hamlet of around 100 people in a cellular dead zone. Most of the people here live a quiet rural existence in secluded homes scattered along backcountry roads that only the locals know, where chickens and large dogs roam free, and the rusted skeletons of old vehicles sit marooned in the dirt. Much like American Appalachia, this once prosperous corner of Pictou County is now economically stagnant. 1 in 5 children live in poverty, higher than most other counties in the province. It's here where the lives of Lily and Jack Sullivan were implanted 2 years ago, to a rundown trailer set back from Highway 289 with their pregnant mother and stepfather.
Yep. And baby are not on the way. And I know we have a lot of people that are already drawing the line. Are you Team Daniel or are you Team Malaya? With absolutely no evidence or anything, many people have their mind made up that Daniel Martell is a murderer. He is a child abuser, everything. I have never read that. I have never read that. Do I think he's a good father? No. Do I think he's a good provider? No. No. So I'll speak for this channel. We're Team Jack and Lily. Malaya moved her children into that mess. And pregnant. She knew there was illicit drugs in that house. She knew they were broke as a joke. She knew that they were supposed to file taxes in order to get their check every month. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
As I've already pointed out, an unrelated adult male in the house with young children is an exacerbating factor for child abuse and neglect. Now, does that mean that every unrelated adult male living with a kid is an abuser? Of course not. But statistically, it increases the odds. Likewise, poverty also increases the odds of child abuse and neglect.
Not exactly a fun fact, but it is the truth. The more you stack on, well, people that are uneducated and lazy, and they are bumming money off of a grandma, the more you stack on them, the more volatile the situation is going to get. And what we're hearing about the way they live, dogs live better than what they had Jack and Lily and Meadow living in. Why do you think Child Protective Services of Nova Scotia was already up their ass sideways? And when Jack and Lily went missing, they're like, no. They grabbed Meadow. Trees, thank you for bringing this up. She says, Janie had zero nice to say about little Jack and Lily, but protected Daniel. That speaks volumes. Not to mention, this article says she was so irritated by the kids playing, causing a ruckus. We know how kids do. She went and moved into the damn driveway. She's like, keep that shit to yourself. I'm going to the damn driveway. These aren't my grandkids. Look at Earl. He didn't have Jack and Lily up on the hill. Only his biological grandchildren.
So already in the opening paragraphs of this article, we have multiple reasons to be on higher alert than normal for child abuse and neglect, albeit these are already ones I've pointed out in my earlier videos in the series. All right, let's keep listening.
Life for Lily, 6, and Jack, 4, inside the cluttered trailer in Lansdowne was chaotic. There were holes in the floor of the front stoop, tarps to protect the underside of the trailer from the elements, and so much racket from the lively children that their step-grandmother soon retreated to a camper in the driveway. Their stepfather, Darren Martell, 34, with pale eyes and ropey arms, worked at the local hardwood mill.
I still want to know what ropey arms are. Trying to say old Daniel doesn't have much of a build. He's no Sylvester Stallone. Kind of a little weakling. That what you're trying to say? Could you imagine the looks on all their faces when they read this article? Ropey, meth head, junkyard Janie, Earl. Could you just imagine?
Their mother, Malihia Brooks Murray, 27, a member of Sipeknekatic First Nation with chin-length dark hair, stayed home with their baby Meadow. Most days, Jack...
Nobody's twisting her arm to sit on her ass. What are you talking about? Don't even try to paint her out to be some kind of June Cleaver. Oh, sacrificing her lucrative career to be a stay-at-home mom.
And Lily hopped on the bus to attend Salt Springs Elementary, a rural school about a 20-minute ride from their home. Jack, smaller than his peers, was strapped in at the front of the bus, next to his sister.
If you've binged all my videos about this case, you'll know I've thought since day one that Lily and Jack probably suffered an accident, in that their mom and her boyfriend, Darren Martell, covered it up because of some sort of tentative guilt. For instance...
Okay, what do you guys think happened? This dude, I don't know his real name, deception detective. He's not a detective, but anyway, if he was a detective, then he would read information regarding the Ramsey case and know that they were cleared in 2008. But I digress. You got to do, I digress on that one. He's assuming an accident happened and they had to cover it up. Hey, that could make sense because they already knew the spotlight was on them with Child Protective Services. Some people jump straight to child abuse. Some are sticking with what I believe police have already said couldn't have happened, abduction, and that she put the kids in the car and went back to bed. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Hiding an accident only makes sense, because I don't know that much about the laws in Nova Scotia, if they were really afraid of what the children got into, because let's face it, they're not exactly tidy people. Two, having the same accident is lottery odds. No.
Because of the nature of the accident, they didn't report it because they knew that they would get in trouble for criminal neglect or drug possession, or maybe even signs of abuse on the kids' bodies if they reported it. And here in the article, we see that there were multiple opportunities for an accident to befall these little kids. The trailer was cluttered, there were holes in the floor, there was probably exposed wood and nails everywhere. But even more disturbing is this description of Jack as being smaller than his peers, because that could be a result of malnutrition, which is a consequence of neglect. But even if it's not, and Jack was just small for his age, and even if the trailer itself wasn't as decrepit as it's described here in the article, that still wouldn't explain their mother Malaya's reticence in her one interview she did the day they were reported missing, which is
ridiculous. Her interview was ridiculous. He could be just a little small for his age. I don't know. I mean, it could be malnutrition. I don't know. I know that they are both gone. Now, I know some people say this article can't be true because they didn't cite any sources. Well, for me, they don't need to cite any sources. I'm just going to take their word for it. Johnny said, no one was cleared in the Ramsey case on my channel. And just like Delphi case where YouTubers said people was cleared and the old boy Doug Carter got on. What are you talking about? Yes, both John and Patsy have been cleared. Okay? They actually have a totally different lab right now running the DNA that they found on John Bonet and other parts of her body. No, Johnny.
But even if it's not, and Jack was just small for his age, and even if the trailer itself wasn't as decrepit as it's described here in the article, that still wouldn't explain their mother Malaya's reticence in her one interview she did the day they were reported missing, which is coming up next in the article, or her silence ever since.
The silence I don't get. The silence I don't get. She went to the damn beach, which, hey, fine. Go get your mind clear. Get some fresh air. Have at it. I mean, I would have been pissed that my friend put it on Instagram telling everybody I'm at the damn beach. It's not like she was at a luau, but hey, whatever. One thing, one paragraph she has put out to advocate for her missing children. Hers. And nobody in her family is speaking except for her sister that just talked about what lowlifes they are. What a sister. What a sister. She's like, I don't want to say too much because I have kids at home. But they were running around like chickens without a head and they were hiding drugs. That's what she said.
I often say on the channel, pleading the fifth in a missing child case is basically as good as a confession. And that's because unlike any other sort of crime, if you plead the fifth when your kid is out there missing, you're hurting your own interests. Don't you want to find your kid? Speaking up is worth the risk if you're innocent. But if you're guilty, your lawyer will definitely tell you not to speak up.
And she has a lawyer. To my knowledge, she is the only person with an attorney. The only one.
Because there's no upside. Anyway, all that is to say that Malaya's silence is very suspicious. And the one time she did speak up, it didn't go well. Here's how the article describes it.
The morning the children were reported missing, the big yellow school bus rolled past the mobile home without stopping for a second day in a row. Jack and Lily were usually standing by the side of the road, waiting to be picked up.
Alone, I imagine. Alone.
But earlier that morning of May 2nd, their mother had marked them absent from school at about 6:15 a.m. Both parents have said it was because Lily had a cough. They say they heard the children playing in the next room while they dozed in the bedroom with their toddler. Daniel has said he saw Lily pop in and out a few times. At about 9:40 a.m., the couple says they awoke and realized the kids were gone. They were outside playing, but we weren't aware of it.
If you were asleep, how do you know they were outside playing? Why did Janie not ask them, hey, you need to go back inside because there's nobody out here to watch you? Failure upon failure upon failure upon failure.
At the time, and the next thing we knew it was quiet, she told CTV Atlantic. We get up and I tell my partner Daniel, do you hear the kids? And he says no. Instantly we are looking outside. We are looking everywhere, yelling for them. Police still haven't confirmed the circumstances of how the young siblings went missing.
Well, this is important to know. Thank you, Mama Angie. Mama Angie said, we don't have the fifth here. So there's no hiding behind an attorney from what I'm gathering. Let me know if I'm reading too much into that. If they need information from what I'm gathering, you got to give it. So he don't freaking know.
Times. At about 9:40 a.m., the couple says they awoke and realized the kids were gone. They were outside playing, but we weren't aware of it at the time, and the next thing we knew it was quiet, she told CTV Atlantic. We get up and I tell my partner Daniel, do you hear the kids? And he says no. Instantly we are looking outside. We are looking everywhere, yelling for them. Police still haven't confirmed the circumstances of how the young siblings went missing. It's possible that there were clues, even potential warning signs, in their home life. A closer look into the lives of Jack and Lily shows that all was not well in the trailer in Lansdowne.
Rather than rehashing my analysis of that statement by Malaya, here's a clip from my video where I analyzed it right after she made it 3 months ago.
What happened was we woke up, I heard them playing in the next room beside us, and I was drifting in and out of sleep. And they're not the type of kids that we tell them not to go outside on their own. We always make sure that we're out there with them, watching them. And they happen to just get out that sliding door and we can't hear it when it opens. And they were outside playing, but we weren't aware of it at the time.
We're off to a bad start, and that's because this mother is doing lots of the things that we've seen verified hoaxers do on the channel. I've put the Spotting Hoaxes card from the Deception Deck, my 52 favorite rules for spotting lies and manipulation, on your screen if you want to read all 4, but I'm just going to point out 2 of them right now. First, she's conclusive about how the children left the house.
But she didn't have her eyes on them. There's other ways to get out of that house.
When if her story were true, that they were in and out of sleep, and you can't hear whether or not that door is being opened or closed, she wouldn't be able to know that. She also said that the kids were outside playing. Maybe she's guessing about that stuff or suspects it, but there's no way to state it this conclusively. Unless, of course, she made up that story in her own head. Second, her story is vague. What does drifting in and out of sleep mean? What noises exactly did she hear which let her know that the children were playing in the other room? She didn't even say what the kids' names are. And this is yet another sign of a hoaxer, because hoaxers, especially when they have a co-conspirator, like I think her boyfriend might be.
Woo, I think her boyfriend might be. Well, good morning, Virginia Woolf. Good morning. Look at baby kisses. Great point, Brooks. Yes. And I'm going to assume that it was a little cold, a little chilly that morning. They have the sliding glass door open, and we have conflicting information on that one. We have the article from Globe and Mail saying that this big old wood stove takes up most of the living room. I'm assuming the flooring that's safe to walk on. Wouldn't you feel a draft? Get off your ass. Supposedly Malaya didn't see him. She could just hear him. But she calls him in absent. Now, nobody who calls their children in absent when they think they might be sick, have a cough, wouldn't go check for a fever, say, here, you need to take your cough medicine, whatever. That makes zero sense.
She made up that story in her own head. Second, her story is vague. What does drifting in and out of sleep mean? What noises exactly did she hear, which let her know that the children were playing in the other room? She didn't even say what the kids' names are. And this is yet another sign of a hoaxer, because hoaxers, especially when they have a co-conspirator, like I think her boyfriend might be, if they actually have guilty knowledge, have to line up their stories over time with themselves and with each other. So the more concrete details they give, the more opportunity for people to catch them in their lies. Or if they're just low IQ, like many of the hoaxers we've analyzed on the channel, they never...
Oh yeah, they definitely are low IQ, because nobody would come up with a story so ridiculous unless their elevator does not go all the way to the top. And considering Janie, who is the Roberta Laundrie of Canada, is so damn adamant that Daniel could never and would never do anything, I wouldn't be surprised for a second if she didn't just say, I did hear them. Well, I don't know how the law works in Nova Scotia, but I'm saying if they find those children, hopefully alive, but if they find them passed away and they get a time of death and they realize, no way, Janie, could you have heard them? She might be in big trouble.
even think of those details in the first place. All right, let's keep listening, but to be clear, our baseline still hasn't changed. Check the end card for that video, as well as my Lily and Jack playlist, which has my entire analysis of the case in chronological order. There's plenty more in this article, like I said, about Earl Martell, as well as other conclusive statements Malaya made that we've never seen before to her ex-mother-in-law. So if you want a part 2, let me know by liking, commenting, and sharing. I'm pausing here because I want to give the Globe and Mail a chance to let me know if they're okay with me doing this sort of reaction. Until next time, stay true.
Fair use, buddy. Fair use. Fair use. All right, more confliction. More confliction. Daniel said he switched the kids' lights on at midnight. Why? Why? Why would you wake a sleeping baby? Sleeping children, especially ones that are supposedly as rambunctious as they say they are. Why?
Jack and Lily weighs heavy on my heart. I think about these kids daily, praying that they are found. This case has so many red flags, and I fear something terrible happened to the kids, and they are no longer with us. If they were safe and sound on some reservation, you can be sure police would have swooped in by now, found the kids, and then made arrests for wasting police resources. Apparently more than $1 million was used in this case already. It costs thousands of dollars to bring in those search dogs too. Dan.
Over $1 million. Hell, $1 million wouldn't clean up that property. They're known to dabble in the illicits. So somebody better piss clean real quick, or they have no chance of being unsupervised with Meadow.
Neil has left all the Facebook groups, as far as I'm aware, but before doing so, he gave more information that I feel is very important. It's details that I don't think any of us have heard before. Here he gives us a more in-depth timeline of that afternoon and evening before the children vanished. Just after
3:09, left pizza shop, got home little before 4. I got my tools together and helped work on the fence. I came inside when it started to get dark around 8 or so. Kids are already in bed. I flicked on the kids' room's lights around 12 p.m. Well, 12 p.m. is noon. I'm going to assume that he's saying it wrong. Okay. Actually, in a case like this, I probably shouldn't assume that. Hell, they may not have checked on the kids till the next day at noon. I do know the kids have been seen on camera, so can't assume that one. So we're assuming 12 a.m., midnight. If they're in bed at 8 o'clock, why are you messing with them? That doesn't make any sense to me.
p.m., Daniel says he left the pizza shop and got home just before 4. He then got his tools together and went to work on the fence. Around 8 or so, it started to get dark, so he went inside, and by this time the kids were already in bed. I thought he did everything for the kids, so it seems that is a lie, since Molaya got the kids ready for bed while he worked on the fence. The next thing he says is interesting because I don't understand why he would do this. Around midnight, he flicked the kids' room light on. He saw the kids sleeping, then he went to bed a little while later. It makes me wonder if that is a usual thing he does.
At around 12 p.m., I think he means a.m., kids are sleeping. A little while later, I go to bed. Malaya with explanation points. Okay. Malaya marks the kids absent from school at 6:17 and 6:18 a.m. Well, I tell you what, they have that right down to a gnat's ass, don't they? Seems to me that that's an alibi for them. Okay. That does the night before into the morning. I was asleep when they were marked absent. Okay. Well, then you can't be the first one to see them. If she didn't get out of bed and you flicked their light on at midnight and then saw Lily at, 9:30 in the morning, I'm going to guess. Malaya said she didn't see him.
Switches 2 little kids' rooms light on at midnight to see if they are sleeping. The next morning.
Hold on, what's going on? Who am I throwing shade at? Who is Mega Madre? Deception Detective is an attorney trained in statement analysis. I joined your channel just to tell you he states it before each case. You using his video and throwing shade on him because he's wrong about John Bonet. The forensics show that John and Patsy and their son, their DNA was nowhere on, let me put it this way, there was foreign DNA on and in John Bonet. I'm sure he's a big boy. He can look it up for himself. They were cleared in 2008.
You wonder if that is a usual thing he does. Switches 2 little kids' rooms light on at midnight to see if they are sleeping. The next morning.
And here's the thing, Mega Madre. You can like someone and not agree with them. You can like someone and not agree with their theory. It doesn't mean I hate the guy or I'm throwing shade. I don't know him. But if he's right, then, well, he's not right. And the show's not about John Bonet anyway.
It is a usual thing he does. Switches 2 little kids' rooms light on at midnight to see if they are sleeping. The next morning, Malaya marks the kids absent from school at 6:17. He was asleep when they were marked absent, meaning Malaya was up first that morning. Daniel also continues to say that it is not an abduction, meaning that the individuals or parties involved knew the kids. He said that his mom is sure she heard the kids that morning. He also said that both him and Malaya got out of bed at the same time, but essentially Malaya was up first because she...
Okay, it would make sense that she would be up first to know that Lily still isn't feeling good or whatever her story is, if that's the truth. She would have to be. I think she just rolled over in bed and grabbed her cell phone and marked him absent and went back to bed. I don't think she saw shit. At least that morning. Because I'm having a hard time believing with all the rigmarole that was going on April 29th and May 1st and the back and forth with the ATV or whatever, that either of them saw those babies that morning.
Marked the kids absent. Anyway, there are still too many unanswered questions in this case. I hope the police will not let this case slip through the cracks.
Woo! Woo! All right, Tint put a video up. This Tint said, breaking, I just talked with Jack and Lily's grandma's boyfriend, and what he told me ain't pretty. So Tint only has a few subscribers. I'm going to put their link in so you can go and share the love. Mega Madre, he analyzed the statements and not the forensics, just saying. Fair enough. Fair enough. And we're only going to watch part of this because I want Tint to get the views. Because I would want the views if my ass had to go talk to these people. It's a little hard to hear, so I have the closed captions on.
They ain't alive. They're buried way in the woods. Like a towards, like Muscatata, there's all these back roads. And there's a train tracks right there. So the train station probably used to go to, like she heard.
That's why what we were saying. You saw the pictures of Daniel Martell and his father was on the ATV.
Yeah, they never had that before.
Everything
I
was,
never seen that ATV before.
Yeah,
before that.
Everything in his place was kind of messy, but just the ATV is so fucking clean.
I wonder how far they search. I wonder if they search the boat from here to the end here. This road goes way down, probably 3 miles.
But the thing is, why Malia, she saw something. She must saw something. The story was same as Daniel Martell.
Yeah.
Why she don't come out and say something right now?
That's a fair enough question. Why doesn't she come out and say something? I guess it's one of those, it's like an old country song. That's my story and I'm sticking to it.
And I saw a picture the other day. Malia, she was on the beach with her friend. You saw the picture?
Goes to the beach every day.
She go to the beach every day?
Yeah.
Okay. Grandma's boyfriend. Now, I don't know what grandma, maybe you all can tell me. Is this Janie's boyfriend? Belinda's boyfriend? Malaya's mother's boyfriend? Got a lot of boyfriends going on. He said she goes to the beach every day. She goes to the beach every day. Well, you think you're going to find your kids at the beach every day? It's like old all I do is search for my children, Seth Rogers. He was in a chat last night. Hi, everybody. I'm still searching for Sebastian. I'm like, oh, really? You think he's in this chat? You idiot.
Do you think she actually has the kid?
No, he don't have them. Somebody got him or they killed him.
Have you ever been to her place in the Sullivan? You never been there?
I was at the grandmother. I used to hang with her dad like a long time. But crazy on the reserve at night.
Yeah, you don't want to go there, man.
I can be a cop.
I can probably go there. People are gonna think I'm a native too. I'll be free.
My great grandmother was full Michigan. I'm related.
My friend. Yeah.
Now get this here. You heard of East Preston?
East Preston? No.
North Preston? East Preston?
No.
Shubenacadie Reserve used to be there.
Mm-hmm.
It's all areas, all so-called black people.
Yeah.
So they took the lighter skinned people and put them in Shubenacadie. And there's books. She's a book. She can get her card so she can get money, I hope. And if Preston ain't Preston, they'll get any money. They won't register them for him. I can't even get registered. And my great-great-great-grandmother was Paul McIntyre. And she's from...
Figure it out, man. It's so strange.
I don't care if they're at the mall or not. They're probably gone before the morning. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, he says it right there. They were probably gone before the morning. So I'm going to assume this is not Janie's boyfriend because Janie's adamant she saw them and she heard them that morning. So I don't know whose boyfriend this is. But he said they're probably gone before the morning. He goes, you get what I'm saying? Have a feeling he's heard some things or he's figuring it out on his own.
Just don't understand, man. No offense, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I respect
I really don't want to name him since they're not naming him and he's blurred out, but I think we can figure out who this is.
I can respect her, Malia.
Yeah.
But why she act like this? She's not sad. She go to beach every day, like you said.
Every day.
So strange. But everybody says she's your mother. You remember?
Ain't no good.
Belinda says she's your mother. You know Belinda?
No,
She don't.
Belinda never seen her the kids for 3 years.
She didn't see the kid for 3 years.
The boyfriend, he was fucking crazy. He used to be there. The real baby there. And we moved them from Greenfield. You ever heard of Greenfield? They had 100 bags of dirty diapers in the basement. Come on.
I don't know where Greenville is in Nova Scotia. He said they had 100 bags of dirty diapers in the basement. He goes, come on. Oh boy. He's definitely got some inside information.
He's from Mustang. Yeah, he is.
Probably good.
That's some Leilani Simon stuff.
Yeah, but it's too much abuse on her, so it's just a long. Right?
He's probably peppering her. The neighbor, he does barrel racing all around. Yeah. Nova Scotia.
And,
yeah, you come back anytime.
Yes,
like come and visit.
For sure. Thank you so much, yeah. Really appreciate it.
There's beaches over here like Tug Wash.
You know the RCMP, they have a reward for $150,000 if you can find the kids.
Yeah, if I had the kids, I had the money. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if you can find out where's Malia living in Supermarket, let me know. And
I don't think they're
we'll spend the money.
You never know. You never know.
He said, you never know.
Wait, so far in the woods, you won't find them.
Yeah, but
you see all the woods there? You can go 20 miles that way. They could have went 20 miles that way towards like Muscatine, and the kids could be big.
Exactly.
Mega Madre said, what I want to know is who was the woman on the ATV with a child that Janie claims to speak with? Why she missed a call? I don't know anything about her. You'll have to fill me in.
But they should have cautioned the whole fucking trailer right off. No people on it. You get what I'm saying? And plus, when I was the day they went missing, I seen one of Lily's shirts on the car here in the coat.
Now, why on earth would any of their stuff be in that horse trailer that he's cleaning out? He said he found one of Lily's shirts. He said from the car here and a coat. Why the hell you have kids' clothes in a horse trailer?
I forgot all about it. I'm the only one that noticed that. Even
I'm sorry, what did you say?
You know them cars that are parked outside.
The Daniel Martell's car?
Yeah, there's a shirt.
Was it short? Is it
one of Lily's shirts and a jacket.
I'd like to know how many barrels that his neighbor has left. If any are missing or anything like that. And no, I'm not saying that the neighbor did anything.
On the car, like on the wind right here.
It was a nice day after the folks missing.
They could have been gone that night, at 11 that night, May 1st. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. He might just put them on the camera to show that they were at the.
Okay, so he's saying, he goes 11 at night, May 1st. He's adamant they went missing before. And if Janie is so irritated by the kids to the point she went and moved into the driveway and didn't want to be around them, that's what we're hearing. I don't live there. She's going to do whatever she needs to do to cover for Daniel. Remember, she told Malaya when Malaya and him started arguing on that Saturday, hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back. Malaya knew that she needed to be there. The police told her in case the kids wandered back home. That tells me all I need to know. She was not worried at all about her kids popping back up. She was not worried at all about her 2 children popping back up. And the only phone calls I've heard about of Janie's is when her brother called her on Facebook Messenger and then called her again. So I don't know about the woman on the ATV.
Whatever, the mall, whatever. And they never made it on either. You get what I'm saying?
I'm not sure how he passed the polygraph test though.
They just tell you that you passed.
Yeah.
But they
RCMP.
tell when you're lying.
Yeah.
They hook all this shit up.
Mm-hmm.
They make some of them. They make you lie to see how it comes out. But there's some they know that you're lying, and they'll ask you the question a different way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can tell he's guilty all over.
Well, actually, RCMP never confirmed that he actually passed or not. So he's the only one saying he passed it.
They say you passed,
Yeah.
but do you really pass? There's maybe some questions you passed, and some you didn't.
Exactly.
They just tell you that, keep you talking.
He is lying all the time.
But the police don't go on, no news. There's a couple of news people coming to our house. He said, no interview. You can come in.
Yeah, bro.
I'm sorry, the police don't talk about it. No media.
I know he's a piece
See, they're
of,
doing it for the money. Now they're painting the burn. You see the paint on the burn at their house?
Yeah, I saw
How come you didn't clean up the air when you get what I'm saying?
You got it for me.
Yeah, you got it. That's the first thing I said. Now, what did Daniel do? That's the first thing I said. He probably killed him right off the top. Before even, as soon as we're leaving to go there, the day they're in there.
Okay, I don't know who he's talking to except for the guy filming. He said right off the top. I said he probably took him.
So he probably did something.
Maybe.
But she knows.
Maybe it's an overdose. So
yeah, you never know.
Malia probably should feel like she was partially responsible too, so she can talk.
I'm surprised she ain't in jail for neglect.
Exactly.
Whew. He's not mincing any words. He's not mincing any words. He's like, I'm surprised she's not in jail for neglect.
Everybody's saying
they should have took all 3 of them in jail anyway.
Yeah.
You know, somebody's gonna talk to them. You just leave them in there.
I've been to Sullivan a couple of times already, and that place, trust me, you don't want to go there. You feel white, you feel black, but for me, I'm okay. That's why I'm a native, even I'm not.
Yep.
Yeah. So my friend,
you kind of look like you could fit right in.
Yeah. If you know,
I know all kinds of people there, so I don't know.
Yeah. If you happen to know the address in the Sullivan, where's Maria right now, let me know, bro.
Yeah.
Let's try to find out together. Yeah. Sesame Street?
Maybe, I'm not sure. I know there's a Sesame Street.
Is it closer to a school or
it's way down the other end.
Hold on. Close to the police station? Or the
I don't really know that.
Oh.
Like a rec. Center.
The rec center?
Could be.
I'm not muted. I'm not muted. What are you talking about? Hello? Can you guys hear me?
So it's on the left, that road, whatever that road.
What's the number, bro?
My number?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, they're not there. We were there. We were right in the.
You were in the supermarket?
I said they're gone.
For me, I don't know why
the kids are
the
gone.
Darren. Why he keeps saying the kids
yeah. I don't know why they don't take them in. If you know where they were, you'd have the money. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, can you hear me? Or can you just hear the video? Because I'm not muted. I had a little bit of problem with my Wi-Fi. Okay, Vibe said audio fine. Okay, perfect. No, what I was saying is I said I'm rescheduling the show at noon till Friday because I don't want you guys to have to listen to stuff about Austin Drummond twice in a week. And he has court tomorrow morning. So that way Friday morning we can do it with one fell swoop because he is one nasty demon. One nasty demon.
You guys probably should sue him, man. Did Malia actually
Where?
get a lawyer or she doesn't have a lawyer?
Probably got the knick-knack lawyer. Before that, she had fucking money. She owed $34,000. $34,000 in debt. Supposedly working one day a week and others support.
You know what I think?
As soon as she got her check, she used to get her check. 2 days later, she's phoning her grandmother. Her grandmother got money. And she still sends her money. Now, how can you spend? She's probably getting $2,000 something a month, and it's gone in 2 days. Impossible. How can you spend $2,000? So she might be on the drug too. I don't know.
Yeah, Pokemon.
Okay, I was muted. Sorry. Okay, so he's saying she's getting $2,000 a month. Okay, so we're getting conflicting stories because we're hearing that they can't get off their ass to do anything, let alone file their taxes so they can get their check once a month. But he's saying that she gets $2,000 a month and wants to know how you can spend it in 2 days. Well, if that's the truth, I have an idea.
It's not going to cost that much. That's what I know.
Yeah.
Darren Martell, I only know if he has a hobby for fishing or Pokemon.
Yeah,
it's not going to cost that much.
Fishing. No, but see, the grandmother taking all their money, or the mother, Dan's mother. It was all like incest. You tell her all. You get the weird feeling out there when everybody was around.
Yeah.
If you come up to Cindy's son's sister. What's her name?
Sounds like
Haley. Must have heard Haley on there.
Haley Mackenzie.
She goes, "You get out of my fucking yard." That's what the Danny come in.
He's a colorful dude. Woo! Woo!
Up there. You get out of my fucking yard. Don't you accuse my fucking son. And I just walked up the top of the hill. I ain't doing no fucking.
Isn't she was one of the YouTube?
All right, so he's saying it right there. He's not the first one to say it. When there was that big eruption, huge eruption, the day after the children went missing, supposedly. When Janie starts yelling, "Don't you accuse my effing son, don't you accuse my effing son." Okay. You have Tent out there getting information, talking to people, volunteering to search old Earl's property. Where's the mama? Okay? Mamas do not give up on finding their children. No, they do not.
Oh, she was one to find a pink shirt on the tree, eh? And she was one thing that
was there really a shirt?
That's one of the blankets.
But how to get the tree?
Yeah.
Now, when they found that blanket, were they already searching that area? Was it already searched? Or was it put there after the tree?
Yeah.
But I heard it was on a trail, like a four-wheel trail. But how would he get up in the tree?
Exactly.
If the kids would have dropped, it's going to be on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how the hell does a blanket wind up in the tree? It's either planted, because you're trying to make somebody look like they did something, or it's planted to throw the police off. Look at Angel P gifting a Crime Lines and Laws membership, and look at that. Mama Angie got it. Welcome to the family, Mama Angie. Everybody take a second to welcome Mama Angie. She got the Crime Lines and Laws membership. welcome, welcome.
True. I know.
Then she was gonna give her the host. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nice host. And now she's selling the host. And she's moving to an apartment. So I hope her son is a pain.
Daniel Martell, he's not going to tell shit. He's not going to tell you if he did or anything. But seems like
They gotta put him in. They should
Malia,
put them all in there.
Malia seems like she knows something.
That's why I told her there's only 3 people
And
there.
she
I
probably,
don't know why I'm doing this.
She probably going to talk.
He's saying put them all in there. Put them all in jail. Put them all in. He's had it. He's had it.
Talk with Malia. Talk with her.
That's it.
She's going to talk with her eventually. She's going to break.
That's it. Put them all in jail.
Yeah.
I said there's only 3 people there. I don't mind doing this.
I know she's your stepdaughter, but for the kids, man. Kids always first.
I know, but she didn't care.
She didn't care about that.
She bring them all in and clothes are fucking filthy.
Was she old?
Listen, he's like, but she didn't care. He's like, kids' clothes are fucking filthy. He's going off about this. Put them all in jail. Listen to him. Put them all in jail.
Was like this?
Yeah.
Or
no,
you
wasn't brought up like that.
Or it was after.
Yes, you wouldn't even clean up after yourself. You wouldn't even sweep the floor.
Was she?
You were fucking dishes.
Yeah.
Fucking dirty bitch. I told her get them fucking dishes
Yeah.
and clean up after yourself.
You should change a
Do your dishes. Clean up after yourself. How are you going to be a mama when you can't wipe your own ass?
lot after she moving with the Martell, or she always like this?
She was like that with the other boy.
With other
I told her
boys,
there's 100 bags of diapers. Dirty diapers and piss and shit.
But the other guy was beating her, right?
It seems to me, from the outside looking in, that both Daniel and Malaya have been very much enabled by their families. Free places to live, someone always cleaning up your messes, 100 bags of dirty diapers in a basement to a house that you were going to be given, but you couldn't take care of it. No. And I can't say that I blame the stepdad, saying, put them all in jail. Put them all in there. This is about the kids. That's why I get so irritated when I see this crap. We see it in Sebastian Rogers' case too. Are you team Chris and Katie, or are you team Seth? Oh, okay. How about neither? I'm team victim. And we're seeing it here right now. Oh, Malaya's so abused. Malaya just couldn't leave because everything that was going on. She was just in public earlier that day on May 1st. She could have screamed fire and gotten the hell away from him. No.
Yeah, he was abused. This guy abused her. So she must like it to stay. Phone the police and get her. That's it.
It's like a maximum for
wait till you're sleeping and fucking. You cripple him and put the fucking knife in him. Like put a knife right in his fucking back. And you won't bother you.
Yeah.
Phone the police and see you later. Yeah. Take the charge. You know what I'm saying? He beat you. You must try to get on. I told my daughter. Her last girl, I beat the shit out of her. So picked her up and dropped her on her. Way over there. Helmsdale. So I got him when he's in town. I beat the shit right out of him. I said, I hope you drop dead and overdose you. Then I looked in the picture.
I agree with Wade. Time to talk. Step up. He's not mincing any words. Hell, I tell you what, I'll go ahead and say it. Not only am I Team Belinda and Team Lily and Team Jack, I'm also Team Wade. Wade don't have no time for their bullshit. None.
It changed a lot after she moving with the Martell, or she always like this?
She was like that with the other boy.
With
I
other
told her
boys,
there's 100 bags of diapers. Dirty diapers and piss.
He's not over this 100 bags of diapers. dirty diapers, shit, and piss. Listen to him.
Shit. But the other guy was beating her, right?
Yeah,
He was abused. Okay.
This guy abused her. So she must like it to stay. Phone the police and get out of there. That's it.
It's like a maximum.
You wait till you're sleeping and fucking. You cripple him and put the fucking knife in him. Like put a knife right in his fucking back. You won't bother.
Yeah.
Phone the police and see you later. Yeah. Take the charge. You know what I'm saying? He beat me. You must try to get off. I told my daughter. Her last girl. I beat the shit out of her. So we picked her up and dropped her on her.
Can you imagine the smell? The ammonia alone. Smelling those diapers. 100 bags. Now, I'm assuming he's exaggerating. It could be 100 diapers. Either or, that's nasty. That's nasty. That reminds me of Leilani Simon when she had that babysitter that came on our channel and said that those diapers that she just had laying around in Walmart bags had maggots in them.
Helmsdale. So I got him when he's in town. I beat shit right at him. I said, I hope you drop dead and overdose you fucking right at it. Then I looked in obituaries the other day and he passed away out west, overdose. That was my dog.
I don't know anyone here is going to drop.
Yeah. Old hair is all
New Glasgow.
All old hair is nothing.
Teacher counties.
Yeah.
Mass heads everywhere.
I don't even like taking a nap. I had to take an Advil for my arm. I didn't want to take that.
Yeah.
Fuck, it's still so.
And that's like, if you want to like a flight drones, like anything, you go like a drones.
Somebody over here got one.
Yeah.
You saw them, dude?
I saw them. I have a new one. Like,
you got camera and stuff?
Yeah, camera, all good stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to text you a message and I'm going to send you a picture and other stuff.
So when I get home, I'll see your number. I'll call you.
Sure.
Like it won't ring, but it's ringing, but it doesn't ring.
Yeah, I'll text you so you get my number.
Yes, sir. You got a lighter?
Like I say, my friend, if you have any information of the address or let me know, bro.
Yep.
Wade's not having it. And you know what? I really appreciate the fact that he's being so forthcoming and putting this information out. And this was on the heels of the article that came out from Globe and Mail. Well, hey, Bonnie. Bonnie said, all she knows is going to the beach. She should be in jail. Woo. Tree said, Wade speaks the truth. It's coming out. Yeah. Wade's a pretty cool dude because he's not having it. You guys make sure to, if you haven't already, subscribe to Tint because that takes a lot of nerve just to walk to someone's property and get an interview like that. I'm going to start calling him TLR instead of Jonathan Lee Riches, Tint Lee Riches, because that was a great interview. He's not having it. And remember, he's Malaya's mama's boyfriend. Well, tomorrow morning, we have a new case for you guys. It's about Giovanni Pelletier. I'm probably saying the last name wrong. And it's a really disturbing case. It's a really confusing case. And we're going to break it down tomorrow. Or as some of us say, we're going to do a deep dive. Then after we get the update on that scumbag, Austin Drummond, we will address that Friday morning. Mod Squad, you are the best. Welcome, new members. Welcome, new members. You're going to love it here. Check out the members tab on the channel. Check out Pat K's birthday party yesterday. Yeah, Bonnie would love it here. Bonnie said, that's no mother, and you know what the sad thing is? She will be in a family way again, as I heard she got a boyfriend. I keep hearing she has a boyfriend too. Well, I'll tell you what. What is she? What the hell are these women lined with? Gold? You got 2 kids missing and you're getting your groove on? she'll probably get knocked up again. What trailer is she shacked up in now? Going to the beach, putting on the lip gloss. She knew the police said, stay here. And people say, oh, but she was told it's not your property. You have to go. Okay, fine. Then you tell the police they're kicking me off. And I want to be here in case my children show back up. I think they would have made sure that Janie honored her wishes. But hey, I don't know. I don't know. All for that pogo stick. Always got to get a new damn pogo stick. All right, you guys have a great rest of your afternoon. Please be back tomorrow because Giovanni, this case is really killing me. I've been going back and forth for several days with Jinbug about it. She has dug up some new information. I have my ideas on it. There's a lot of stuff in the Crime Lines and Lies Facebook group. Let's all put our heads together on this because it is horrible. But you guys aren't, because you're the coolest people on these nasty YouTube streets. Have a good one.